Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am scrapbooking some Alcatraz photos, and it's going to be these two where you are on the bottom and you're looking up the cliff. As you can see, some parts have lots of greenery, some are very rocky. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I have taken this paper and it has some blue and green, and then I looked on the other side and it had a little bit of this graphic kind of wood grain, and I was like, ooh, that's nice. And then ultimately I changed my mind, right? Like I was pulling out other papers because I wanted to have another color on here, and then I found this October afternoon paper and I was like, yep, this is the one. This is the winner. This is the one that I'm going to scrapbook with. Now this bit of ribbony type stuff that I keep moving around on the page, that is from a roll of stuff that I got in the floral section at Hobby Lobby on retreat. I just thought it was super cool. I actually thought it would be great for cruise photos, but I have determined that it's also great for prison photos, because why not? So now that that has been chosen and decided, I've just got to figure out how I want to do my photos. And if you are super observant, you will see that I changed the photos as well. Those two cliff photos, I decided that I wanted to use them in a different way. I wanted to place them on my layout in a different way than what would work with this ribbon stuff. And quite frankly, the other photos are going to be scrapbooked, but I really wanted to use the ribbon stuff, so I went ahead and switched out the photos. Now, I also was thinking about switching out that blue paper that I found with the circles on it for that floral paper, but ultimately I did decide against that. I also toyed with the idea of bringing in this piece of paper to add a little bit more color on here, and again, decided against that. There's a lot of things on this layout that I looked at, thought might work, and then ultimately said, nope, I am not going to do that. And sorry for the noise right there, guys, but I just realized that I turned back on the surge protector and my hot glue gun was still plugged into it. So I needed to unplug the surge protector because the hot glue gun was still in there. All right, and as you can see, I have not yet given up on that green-ish paper right there. I keep thinking, yep, you're going to use that one, but spoiler alert, I do not use that one. I do have these tags that I'm going to add in. Now, my original thought, you guys, was to put these tags over top of that ribbony stuff, but they were too big, right? There was too much tag to cover it, and it was covering it up, and I did not want to cover it up. I wanted to see it. It was so very important to use it that I changed out my photo, so, you know, you gotta make the things happen here. So I decided that I am going to layer them up over here, and then I'm gonna mess around with that for a hot second, and that's gonna turn into a whole thing as well. And what I do is place these down, think I have them in a great position, I like where I have them, and then I realize that they are not tucked far enough underneath of the photos, so there is a whole bunch of stuff going on there. So anyway, now I gotta like figure out what the heck is going on with this layout, right? Like there's not a lot. So now I decide that the photos need to be popped up, and you know, we just pop them up on some fun foam. I think about matting them, but ultimately I decide that I don't need to do that. I am going to bring in a sticker that's been hanging out on a sticker sheet in the Never Ending Kit for a hot minute. So I am going to go ahead and get that on here as well. It is that sticker that you see right there, and then I need to pop that up as well because I want that on the same level as the photos. I want that to kind of go over top of that ribbon piece that I am so dead set on using, right? So that's going to happen. As you can see, I used a little bit of the hot glue right there. Not a whole heck of a lot, just enough to get it kind of in place. I trim it down and then tuck it under so that it fits a little bit better there. And then, what am I doing? Oh, I'm actually adding more hot glue so that it actually stays stuck down to the page. Because that would suck big time, you guys, if I spent all this effort on creating a layout that had this specific embellishment on it, and then, you know, it falls off and it doesn't work. That would really, really suck. I pulled out my twine here. This is my twine that is silver and white. I wish that I could find a baker's twine this thin that was gold and white. That would make my life. I mean, let's be real. Who in the world knows if I will ever get through this roll of twine because it is monstrously huge. So I guess I don't need this large of one in gold and white, but I would like to find a smaller one. I did have gold and white baker's twine in the past, and it was thick. But I like my baker's twine to be a little bit thinner. So anyway, if anybody's got a lead on some thin gold and white baker's twine, drop me a link down below because I would really love to be able to find some because it is definitely a struggle with that. I am going to create a little bit of a decoration up here over top of that ribbony element that I was so dead set on using, and what I'm going to do is use a couple stickers. So I've got this house sticker, and it's a house, right? Like, it's not supposed to be a prison sticker, like, I get that, but it's not the cutest house. It kind of looks like it could be like an abandoned haunted house, and on the island of Alcatraz, it wasn't just a prison, you guys. People lived there. Like, there were families that lived there. You see pictures of like kids riding bikes and all kinds of stuff. So it's a creepy, weird little house. And I just figured it fit, right? So I used those thin planner stickers. I put them on some white cardstock. I layered them on top of each other, and now I've got this little bit of decoration up here. And I did add that yellow sticker because there is a bright pop of yellow down there in the tags, and I felt like I needed to balance that out a little bit because the layout was kind of feeling heavy down there, even though that yellow is a bright, fun color. It just felt heavy. So now I'm going to go ahead and get a title on here, and I'm using those thickers that I am basically Frankensteining all up to get my letters, and it's gonna say by the jail. I mean, this is actually the main jail entrance, so it's pretty much by the jail, but I didn't have the letters that I wanted to use, and I wasn't going to get more letters because I am concentrating on using the letters in the Neverending Kit up so that when this iteration of the kit is finished, I can move on, right? Like, there will be no reason for me to keep at least one, right? I'm dead set on getting rid of at least one. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.